Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. How you doing? How are you? How is the weather where you are? Okay, so I'm looking outside now to see how sunny it is. I'm trying to compare to how bright the light in front of me is. So it's very sunny weather here. And yeah, it's a good day. Mhm. Weekend was great. We enjoyed the holiday and combined with the weekend. I think that's a third of the long holidays we've had in the past 1 month. I want to sincerely salute all of you. Thank you for joining us once again this afternoon to learn with us. So I'm not here alone, I'm here with Beryl. Beryl is going to be in the chat section. Please reach out to Beryl and say something nice to her. Ask her how Nairobi, Kenya is, and just converse with her and let her know that you are happy to see her and to meet her again in the chat section. Okay, so my name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer for this session. I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria, and it's another great and interesting opportunity for us to learn together. So thank you so much for joining us. We're excited. We're happy you joined us. Hello, Charles Motesa. Nice to meet you, Charles. Thank you. Please do us a favor. Reach out to the team. Let them know that we've started and we are expecting them and everyone that's supposed to be here. So if nobody's here, it means maybe they lost track of time or something. So please help us reach out to the team, let them know that we've started and we're expecting them. All right. So today we're going to be looking at driving more sales with data insights, driving more sales with data and insights. Big organizations use data to query what they are doing, to query their activities, to query their marketing, query their structures, to query their sales, to query every bit of thing, right? So you want to compare if you moved from step 2 to step 3, or you move from step 5 to step 1 being a lower stage. What you're going to be doing is to look at the figures, right? And the figures, the numbers form part of what is described as data when we're speaking about businesses. We want to make decisions, we want to plan out things, we want to plan out markets, we want to plan out activities. What you're looking out for is data from the past so that you can put an analogy together, can draw a line in between to say, okay, this worked, this didn't work. Okay, let's do this, let's not do this, all of that. You look at the figures that really present itself before you can make those business decisions, right? So we're going to be talking about a few of them. We'll be talking about details on how these things work, basically around data and insights. And I'm to encourage you, if you have questions, please don't hold back. Ask us questions in the chats, right? Ask us questions. Beryl is going to be there to answer those questions. I'll be taking several breaks in between to come to the chat to answer to you, okay? So if you have questions, don't hold back. Release them as they come, right? I'm going to be asking you a few questions, right? So when I ask you, be kind enough to also answer us. Through your questions, through your comments, through your concerns in the chat, right? Through your concerns in the chat. I'll be happy to entertain all of them. All right, Lovetta Former, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, and good afternoon. It's so nice to meet you once again, Lovetta. Please, you and Charles, help us to reach out to the team. LYLF Ghana, please reach out to the team and let them know that we are here. We've started and we're waiting for them. All right, so let's go on while waiting. We're going to be doing this in broken down in different segments. Now we're going to talk about what is data and analytics, data and insights. We're going to look at the importance of data for business. We're going to look at data sources. We're going to look at knowing the right questions to ask, the tools for data and insights, data analysis, and presentation. Thank you so much for paying attention in advance. Okay, so let's look at the first part. What is data? What is data? Now you've heard about data. Data is life. The data is life that you've been hearing from internet, from service providers. Obviously, is internet data. But that's also a form of data. But the particular data, the kind of data we're talking about in this case are simply facts or information used usually to calculate. We use those figures to analyze, use those figures to plan something. The main examples of data we are talking about are the weights, the prices, the costs, the number of items sold, employees, the names, product names, addresses, tax codes, registrations, maybe emails, and all of this. They are all classed under data. Okay, they're just simple information, facts, right? That you can always use to project. Now, on the other hand, insights is being able to see or understand something clearly. It often includes having an understanding of a cause and effect kind of relationship. If you do A, then B will happen. If you do B, then C will happen. So insight is sometimes called an epiphany, more like an eureka moment, feeling when a solution to a problem presents itself suddenly. What actually means there is, okay, so you had a particular figure, had a particular information that pushed you to do something else. And when you did that, something else based on the other information that you got, you had a certain result. Okay, so insight is more like the enlightenment that comes to you when we're trying to get something done. Well, if you read a script, you read the Bible scripture now, and a rhema suddenly drops to you, that means you just had an insight to it, right? So it's just our understanding of the cause and effects kind of relationship that actually happens. So have you ever used data to get insights about anything personal or business before? Share with me. Have you used data to get insights about anything personal before? Hello, Carol. How you doing? Hello, Oluwadamilare Ayodele Omoyemi. Nice to meet you guys. Very beautiful afternoon to you. Please again, reach out. Let them know we've started. Reach out to the team. Let them know we've started. Reach out to them. Copy the link from the share button and then reach out. Share with them. We are expecting some more people to join us. Okay. So let's go on. So have we used data before for anything personal or for business? For those of you that are doing dissertations and theses, maybe you're asked to do a research, you bear me witness that you're going to have to go find some data to back up your claims. Maybe you run the research yourself, by sending out questionnaires, or if you're not running the research yourself, you must have found maybe someone already did similar projects. So what you do now is to maybe get that research and then copy the data that was there in the research. Okay, so let's look at the importance of data for business. So businesses can harness data to make decisions about if they want to find new customers, they want to increase customer retention, if they want to improve customer service, they want to better market, better manage marketing efforts, if they want to track social media interactions, or if they want to predict sales trends. So let's look at each of them. Importance of data for businesses briefly. Finding new customers. So using a lot of data tools and sources, business owners can know where to focus their customer acquisition strategy. So they can know where to focus because you can get to find out who your ideal customer is. You can also get to find out who your ideal customer is not, right? You can use the insights tool of Facebook platform to see that, okay, people are interacting more with your male people are interacting more than the female folks, right? So that means it's just an indication of the fact that you don't have business so much with the female folks, maybe because of your product, or maybe because of your tone, maybe because of how you presented the message. So you can easily find your kind of customers, your kind of audience, so that the message is sent to them directly, right? And it can also get to increase customer retention, knowing your customer pain points and their experience anytime they make a transaction will actually help you to increase retention, to actually help you to tailor your platform, to tailor your message to suit them. And that builds retention, that builds loyalty. Answering to their complaints immediately when they ask is also very ideal. It's what actually endears some customers to some brands, right? And that is what also increases customer retention. That's what data can do for you as well. You can also get to improve customer service, can analyze their complaints, can analyze their feedback, can check out their ratings and their recommendations, because all you want to do is to better improve your business and your business services. So you can get to improve customer services when you have the right data. People are reaching out to you, people are giving you feedback, complaints, and all of that. You'll be able to tailor your message, tailor your product or your service to suit the information that you've been fed with. Okay, and again, you can also better manage your marketing efforts. Right, so knowledge of your markets and knowledge of your audience based on the data that you're getting from whichever platform you're using, maybe social media, maybe your website, to help you to drive better informed marketing decision. For instance, you get to find out that you're having more engagement on your websites, through your social media platform than people that are just going directly. That means people are having to engage with you the more from your social media. So that means you from your pay more attention to your social media. So you get to have a better managing marketing efforts as well when you have your data on sites. And also you get to track your social media interaction, can get to find out the likes, the clicks, engagement, shares, and all of that from your social media. You can find that out on Facebook, can find that out on Twitter, can find that out on Instagram, can find all those information. Sometimes you can find it on YouTube as well, and maybe the popular TikTok. And then it can also help you to predict your sales trends. You can predict sales from data generated from product catalogs, orders, and demands from customers. A very interesting part that you need to know, that certain periods of the year does not permit certain products, does not permit certain services. If you're selling Christmas tree in a month like May, like this, you look very funny. Right? So you need to know what is trending per time. How do you do that? What you do is to look out for what is happening, and the sales trend can also help you because of the figures you're getting um, from the space. If maybe you're getting figures from Google Trends, you're getting figures of what is trending. Maybe you're getting figures from the social media platforms. So you can predict sales. You can predict sales using data and insights. Okay, so this is gonna be my first pause to answer your questions. If you have any questions for me, please kindly drop it in the chats. And so nice to meet you guys in the chats. Nasa, Stella, thank you so much. Faidato, thank you so much. Phoenix, thank you. Please, if you have questions, I'll be looking at the screen, I'll be looking at the chat almost around the clock so that we can, and I'm sure I won't miss anybody. Okay, so any questions? So far, so good. Any questions? I will just continue while expecting your questions. I hope that's fine. I'll come back briefly to check if there are some questions for me. All right, so let's continue. Let's go to the second part. Steps to use using data and insights to grow your business. Now, the first of them is you need to understand the right questions to ask. You need to also identify the best tools that you want to use to ask those questions and get the replies. Lastly, you need to be able to visualize and analyze your data. Very, very important. So look at the first one. Understand the right questions to ask. So what questions do you ask about your target audience? What questions do you ask? What questions do you ask about the target audience? If I were you, answering that question will be even easier because I'll be interrogating myself with the 4 W's. Am I correct? Yes, 4 W's. Who are these guys? The who's, what do they do? The what's, when are they always online? The when's, why are they doing what they're doing? What time do they show online? So the who's, the what's, the when's, the where, the how, right? So like kinds of questions you may want to ask about your target audience. So feel free to share with me in the chat what questions you would love to ask about your target audience. What questions will you love to ask about your target audience? Please share with me in the chat. Okay, so let's look at steps to analyzing your business data. Now, first of them, you need to know what your objectives as a business is. All right, you need to understand your goals. So what questions do you need to address? Where do you get the needed information from? Right? When you get all this information, what do you do with that information? So let's look at each of them briefly. So what is your business objective? And that's the first step to analyzing your business data. You need to spell out what you want to achieve, what your goal is, right? So your own goal could be different from mine, obviously. Some people may want to tell more people about their business. Some people may want to sell more products. Some people just want to make money. They don't just want to add value to their clients and customers. Some people want to identify the most valuable customers. Some people want to find new ways to engage with previous customers. People have different reasons for doing different things in the digital space. So you need to spell out what exactly you want to achieve. Remember, you need your goals, your objectives needs to be SMART, SMART, specific, needs to be measurable, needs to be achievable, needs to be realistic, and needs to be time bound. Okay. Now you need to spell that out. Now that's the first step. The second step now, you need to second step, what questions do I need to address? What relevant questions do you want to ask about your business? What relevant question do you want to ask about your customers? Remember, I spoke about the 4 W's: the whys, the what's, the who's, the when's, and the how's. Okay. So a few questions you may want to ask would be describing it using the RAIN structure, where R stands for the reach. Who is my target audience, and how do I get to reach them online? Your target audience could be female, could be male, based on the kind of product you're doing. Who are they? So you need to ask yourself, who are these guys, and where can I find them? How do you want to reach them online? So when you find them, when they find you, or when you find them, are they finding what they need? Do you provide the necessary information for them? Some vendors are not always kind enough to put the price of their products to your go inbox. A person like me, you're going to wait forever. I'm not going to ask you because I feel it's just courtesy, it's kindness for you to put the price of the product you want somebody to buy. So the person sees the price ahead of time. Why do they need to come inside to negotiate with you? Look at brands like Amazon, like Jumia, e-commerce, and all those big brands. They don't wait for you to come to their inbox to negotiate. No, the price is out there, the description is out there, right? So when they find when they find your product, when they find your page, when they find your website, are they finding the information they need? Do you have the good products? Do you have the services? Do you have the quality to service them? You need to make sure you've put that in place. Are they taking action? Action there means, are they paying for it? Are they booking? Are they buying? Right? or they're at least asking questions about it, right? If they're not, that means possibly there's something bouncing them off. Maybe they're not just ready financially or something. When they buy, are they coming back? Success of any business is for you to do business with me today. I'm happy to come back for you to do business with me again. If I didn't come back, there's possibility that maybe I'm not satisfied with what you're offering. Maybe your customer service is not enticing enough. Maybe the product is not nice enough. The services are not good enough. Something, right? So you need to come to that part where you are nurturing it. Are you nurturing your clients? Are they coming back? You can tell them, okay, come back tomorrow. On your next visit as a returning customer, I'll give you a 10% discount. Something. I'll give you a free delivery. Something. There must be a perk somewhere to be able to keep them to come back. The customers that are coming back are the ones that are going to actually announce you. The ones that are going to tell other brands, other people about you. So those are the ones that you should service, pay more attention to the most. Okay, let's go to the next one. Where do I get that information from? Which platforms do you want to gather all those information from to be able to serve to the people that want it? Okay, so we're going to be looking at a few data source platforms. So you're going to be looking at social media. You could get that information from the social media. Facebook will have the analytics. Facebook page will have the analytics part where you can get to learn about the activities on your page. Twitter will have the same thing. Instagram will have the same, so you can learn about the activities on your page. Then you can use your organic search to also find out details, like the Google Search Console. You can use that tool to find out what is happening around you. You can have a website as well where you can get to study the activities on your sites, and using the Google Analytics tools will help you to understand the activities. Who are those coming? What when they came in? What did they do? Did they pay for the product? Did they pay for the services? And you can also do paid search. We are running ads on Google, or maybe you're running ads on any other platform. There's also the part where you get to track maybe the installs, maybe the clicks, maybe the comments, the hours of the day that are mostly engaging with the platform, the devices that are using, and a lot more information can also be tracked from the paid search. Okay, right. Now let's look at the next one. What do I do with all that information when you actually get to grab them? When you grab all those informations, what do you do with that information? The importance of insights. Now, information, those details will actually help you to identify the latest market trends and insights from the data that it generated. Latest market trends could be, okay, you're supposed not to be selling oil at this time of the year. You're supposed to be selling clothes, right? Because you're going to see a kind of traction being drawn to the clothes. If you are in the winter season, you're going to have to be selling heavy clothes because it's a cold period, right? So insights data will help you to predict, identify the latest market trends, but also help you to understand how users make decisions and purchasing decisions on your platform. It can help you to optimize your user experiences. For instance, you can get to find out how many people are engaging with your website, with your pages, and any kind of content that you're sending out also can also be a good part of what can influence or what it can help you to influence. You can get to know the kind of content your audience are engaging with. Maybe they're engaging better with your videos than your audio, more than your written work, more than your graphics work, and all of that. You can find all of that out from your analytics. Then after all, you can get to adapt your overall strategy, can leverage on all those insights to decide, okay, this is working, A is working, B is working, C is not working, D is not working. So you can focus on the ones that are giving you more results, or maybe find a way to fix the ones that are not giving you the more results. So you can help you to data can help you also to adapt your overall strategy. Okay, so I'm taking another pause to answer your questions. If you have any questions for me, I'm still here. Please ask us questions. Any questions? Okay. Um, okay, Nessa Stella said, I would like to ask my audience, what do you like about the services and what would you like us to improve? That's very brilliant. Thank you so much, Stella, for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Stella. Any other person having a question to ask us? Okay, so I want you to tell me if you don't have a question. Please go ahead and say something too. Temitayo, hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Um, yes, I have people from Nigeria, I have people from Ghana, and I have people from Kenya, I have people from where else now? Nigeria. Okay. Where can I ask this question? Okay. So most times where you want to ask the question will be more like taking a personal survey, right? There is really no particular place apart from if you are actually having a platform that can give you all those replies. For instance, let's say you own an app on the Google Play Store. People can always drop a feedback for you and give you that 5-star rating. Same thing applies to your Google business profile. We are yet to have that topic in the Google business profile. It's a full-blown topic we're going to be discussing in one of these sessions. So now what happens is there's a review part of the Google business profile where you get to receive feedback from your customers, from your clients. You can get to ask them to give you a feedback, to give you a review. I'm sure you find that on your phones too. When you leave a particular place, Google will ask you, how was this place? So what they're asking you for there is for you to drop a review about that particular business place and possibly drop a 5-star, a 4-star review for them. Right, Stella? I hope you got that. Thank you for asking. Or sometimes you can always use a questionnaire. A questionnaire could be maybe a link to a form that you want them to fill, right? So they just fill the form. You ask them those little questions. How did you enjoy our services? What can we do to improve it? You know, and all of that. All those details, you can always find that out. And you can use that information to actually fine-tune everything you're doing. Stella, I hope that's served. Thank you for asking. Adejoke, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, everybody. And yeah, so if you are still here and you've not said anything, please say something. I need to know you're here. And the only way you can do that is for you to ask a question or say something in the chat. I want to know that you're here. All right. Okay. So if you are still if you are kind enough, please reach out to the team. Let them know that we are supposed to be on a session now, and we are still expecting them. All right. So let's go on. Let's go to the last part of this presentation. Okay, how do you get to generate the questionnaire? Okay, so you can use your Google Forms, right? Google Forms.google.com. The Google Form is like the attendance form we share with you. That is Google Form. It was created using a Google Form, and you have access to it as well. It's present on your Google account. You just need to locate it on your device and create it, share the link with them. You just click it and fill the form for you. That's it. You receive it from the back end. That's how you create the questionnaire. Still, I hope you got that. Or if you are not good with the Google form, you can give them a form to fill, a physical form, right? They will fill it, then you translate all this information to what you want to do. Thank you so much. Adejoke, I love all your training. I got in contact with Impactor from the Jamie Firms Bootcamp, but I have not gotten any certificate from Impactor. Thanks. Adejoke, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm very sorry about your certificates. Now, if you've not gotten your certificate, that means there's a possibility that you did not fill in your name in the attendance, right? So what you're going to do, Whenever you attend our sessions, please fill in your name properly in the attendance, and then your certificate will come to you. Like today, the attendance link is going to be dropped shortly. Fill in correctly, and then you are going to have your certificate. I don't think we have any outstanding lists of people that have not received certificates. So be kind enough to fill in and fill in correctly, so that you don't want to have a certificate with the wrong name, right? Okay, okay. So let's continue. Let's go to the last part. If you are just coming, you're welcome. You're not late. You can always come back to watch again. Meanwhile, just stay through this last part. Okay, so let's see how you can identify the best tools to use if you want to analyze your data. So have you ever used any tool to gain insights before? If you've ever used any tools to gain insight, please share with us which of those tools you use. We are going to be looking at some of the analytical tools and have social media as one of the analytical tools. Facebook, Twitter, they have one of the most powerful analytical tools on their platform. Or you can use the Google Search Console, the organic search, or you can check your website using the Google Analytics, or you can gain insights on, can see the analytics parts of the Google Ads, platform. You can find some data that are presented. So let's look at some of them briefly. So the Facebook page actually has an insights part where you can get to learn about the activities on the page, the activities on the post, so you can get to find out and differentiate between the organic search results and the paid search results from your Facebook accounts. You can find out the action on the page, the engagement, how it spiked over time. You can find out the page views, you can find out the page previews, the page links, the reach, the engagement, the videos, the followers, and all of that, all present on the Facebook page. Now, on the Facebook page, the Facebook page is different from your personal account, right? You create your personal account you create your Facebook page from your personal account. Personal account is for your personal use. The page is strictly for business, right? It's for business. What you want to put there is not your face. What you want to put there is your business logo as a profile and a cover photo. On your page, you want to put your face as a profile picture, the cover photo of maybe you went to space, you're traveling, right? But what you want to put on your Facebook page cover photo is a product, a picture about the business, your brand, okay? So the Facebook page can offer you all this information for you to be able to know, okay, the number of people that are engaging with you over time. Now the Google Search Console. The Google Search Console is that technical search engine optimization tool. It's for technical SEO. We've spoken about the search engine optimization as that process of working your website from wherever it is down to the first page. Okay? One of the tools you're going to be using when you are trying to optimize your website is a Google Search Console. So you can get to find out how many people came, where they came from, the kind of devices they use, can find out the clicks, the engagement, and all of that, all present on the Google Search Console. Or if you are using the Google My Business tool or the Google Business Profile tool, you can track the number of calls that came to you, can track the number of visits through your platform, can track the number of reviews, can track the bookings, and track the direct searches, the indirect searches, the branded searches from your Google Business Profile that gets to suggest to you where people are coming from and the activities that is happening on that your business profile. Now, the Google Business Profile is the local SEO tool that can also help to boost the performance of your websites, help to boost the performance of your business and your brand. Very, very important. Now, the Google Analytics is that tool that you plug into your website for you to be able to track the activities on your website. You can track how many people came to your website, what they did when they came to your website, who are the people that came, are they male, are they female, what did they do? Did they just jump in and jump off? Did they pay for the product? How long did they stay? What device did they use? Which location are they coming from? Find all this information using the Google Analytics tool. Very powerful tool. All these tools are free. right? Google offers you all these tools to be able to help you put your business, to put your brand out there. Okay, so I'm going to check briefly if you have any questions for me. So if you have any questions, it's another time for you to ask. Right. Okay, no questions so far. Okay, so still has not used any tool before. So I hope you've been able to pick up a few of the tools that can help you to track some activities from your page, from your site. Okay, so let's look at briefly how you can visualize and analyze your data. We're going to be looking at that with the Google Analytics dashboard. It might look a little bit busy when you get to see it, but it's very simple, trust me. So you can get to find out um, the information broadly divided into dimensions and excuse me dimensions and the metrics. The metrics are the figures, dimensions are the location that you want to track the activities from. For instance, you want to find out the age, the gender, the demographics of your audience. Go under demographics. You're going to find the gender. Under gender, you're going to see either male or female, right? That falls in that dimensions now. Then how many male came? You see the number against it. How many female came? You see the number against it. People that are confused about their gender, you see the number against it as well. Right? Okay, so all of that will be present to you so you can find all this information on the analytics dashboard. So how do you get to set up on the analytics dashboard? What you need to do is go to analytics.google.com, choose a name for the count, choose a name for the products, and you must use the your Google account. It must be a Gmail. Choose the industry, just like what you'll be choosing if you are setting up a Google business profile. And when you're done with that, you get to the bottom part of the settings. Get to settings, click on admin, then you're going to find the tracking code, the tracking ID. And that's the tracking ID you're going to copy and share with your web developer or whoever built the website for you. You're going to plug it into the pages that you want to receive activities, receive data from. Let's say you have 20 pages on your website and you have interest in just 5. That means that code is going to go to 5 of those pages, not the 20 pages on the website, because you want to find out the activities of people when they come to your website on those pages. Okay? So that number is what and all you need to be able to track those activities, and it's completely free. And yeah, so these are the 4 main areas for you to report when you are talking about the analytics platform. Remember, we spoke about the 4 W's: the who, the who's, the what's, the where's, the when's, and the hows. So these 4 main areas will suggest a few of all those options. Who are your audience? Did I lose my screen? Yes, I did. So let me check that. Give me 1 second, please. So you can find out who are your audience. Who are there? Where can you find them? Which platforms are there? What do they do? What are they doing online? What content are they looking out for? What are their presence words to you? So you class that under the conversions, their behavior. What are they doing when they come to your website? Their acquisition. How did they come? Did they come from direct search? They came from social media? Or they came from just affiliates, came from referrals? You can find out all of that under acquisition. And the audience itself, who are they? Are they male? Are they female? Are they both? Which locations do they live? Right? What device do they use? What browser do they use? All those details are all present there on the analytics page under audience. So you get to class out all of them, then you can know where you should focus your attention on and where not to. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Please remember to follow Impact on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and reach out to us through email if you have any issues. So I'm looking at the chat right now to answer your questions. I'm sure the attendance link has been shared very well. I'm sure the attendance link has been shared in the chats. Please do well to fill the attendance briefly. The attendance when it is shared, and then fill it correctly with your names so that a wrong certificate doesn't come to you. Beryl, are you there? Please, could you drop the attendance before we jump off? So all the links will be shared, and remember, you should learn some more. This 1 hour, this 45 minutes is not enough for us to learn everything. There's no way you can learn everything under 45 minutes. So you have a part to play to go back and dig up some more. Barry is going to drop a link also there in the chats. And okay, so Barry is on it. And so let me grab the links for you to follow Impact on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, follow us on Instagram. While Barry will drop the attendance, let me drop the one that you need to follow us with. Let's see. That's for Facebook. Please follow Impact on Facebook. Follow Impact on Instagram. Barry is going to drop the link for you to learn some more. Follow Impact on Instagram. Looking at your question, give me a second. I'm going to respond to it. So learn some more, learn some more, learn some more, learn some more. This Twitter link, and this is for LinkedIn. So follow Impact on all these platforms, and then you're going to be able to see how we do our things, what we preach, and to see the way we practice it. All right, so am I missing something? So learn some more. Okay, so learn some more. All right, learn some more, learn some more, learn some more. Adejoke, my audience are people that want to buy my products. The age group matters and the gender also matters. That's correct. Adejoke, thank you so much for sharing. So we look out to see you guys in our next session. For sure, that is going to be, let me confirm the day. That's going to be on 4th. 4th is in 2 days. That should be on Friday, right? Not correct? Thursday, not Friday. In 2 days, same time, 2:30 p.m. West African time. That means it will be 1:30 p.m. your time for the guys in Ghana. So I'm going to be seeing you guys again by 4th, by Thursday. So don't miss the date with us, right? And come back with your questions wherever you have questions. Please come back with it. We're happy to answer your questions, comments, complaints, or whatever it is. I'm sure you got value from sticking with us through today. So thank you so much. Thank you to Burial and everyone that asked us questions and kept us busy. The chats, Legendary, Beauty, Stella, Adejoke, Faidatu, Marian, Stella again, Temitayo, Phoenix, Omoyemi, Oluwadamilare, Ayodele, Carol Langat, Lovetta, and Charles. Thank you so much for sticking around. Enjoy the rest of your day.